Hello and welcome to Free for All Friday right here on Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Welcome everyone. Another Friday. Oh, got some breaking news that happened yesterday, late last night, that made me so happy. But let's bring in the panel. First up, we got Queen of the Prowl, Miss Valerie Bordeaux. Good morning, Queen.
Good morning, Proud Nation. I'm just trying to stay warm here in this icy Michigan.
Yeah, buddy. I hate it for y'all up there. Hey, y'all stay safe. And the people who don't have power, if you say your battery life, man, you can go back and watch the replay. Wait till you get power on, man. Don't be trying to watch us, and you can't get an emergency care because you're trying to watch us on a Free for All Friday, man. Just say that battery for something else, man. But we got my man Luke G of Luke G's Favorite Review. What's going on, Luke?
Hey, salute family. What's going on, everybody, man? Let's get ready to talk some good football.
Man, and we got the man of the hour from Lions Nation Unite, Chat Sports. It's my man, Mike Kimber. What's going on, Mike?
Hey, what's going on, fellas? Just standing up today. I got to stand up a lot. You know, my therapist wants me to stand up for my spine, and so I figure, why not just stand up for this hour?
Okay, that's what's up. I'm not doing that, but all righty.
Oh, no,
well, that was quick.
Kurt.
He wasn't doing that, and he gone.
Kurt's like, you standing up. We not.
No. see, God don't like ugly. He ain't too fine or pretty. He said he ain't like that joke that he made. He said, "Oh, we gotta put you on a timeout."
Yeah, he put me on a timeout for a minute. But hey, I got back issues too. I got rods and screws in my back too. So that's why I can't stand up for a whole hour. You may give me about 15 to 20, but yeah. All right. So let's go ahead.
Kurt, at least he's not pulling an old timer Dave.
Oh yeah, our personal Chip and Dale dancer himself, our Magic Mike, not Micro Mike, our Magic Mike, old timer Dave. All right, let's say good morning everyone in the chat. My man Paul Jarose is in the building. What's up, man? The jazzy one, man. Lionor of Douchebagia. What's going on, Nicole? How's it going? Brian Stover is in the building. Man, we got so much stuff to talk about today, man. You know what next week is? Next week's the Combine. We got a lot of stuff going on right now in football land. So let's go ahead and get into it right quick. First up, what was your reaction to the news that Michael Brox is going to get released? You know what? I got to start this off. I was breakdancing, I was pop locking. I was like, yeah, get his ass out of here. I was so happy.
I never want to see that.
Man, I'm telling you, man, because you know that C that on his chest, it wasn't for captain, it was for clipboard, because that's what he did all season long. He needs to be on the coaching staff. Maybe he can be an assistant to whoever takes Todd Washer's place, but because he did not do anything last season of any of merit. So he got a free season, you know what I'm saying? He got paid to chill on the bench, man. He was what we called in the military road. He was retired on active duty because he wasn't doing nothing. He was just sitting around collecting the check. But you know, hey man, more power to you. I'ma holler at you, man. If you see me in the street, don't say nothing. All right, what you got? How did you, Luke G? I saw you post this on social media. What did you think about when Michael Brox got released?
It wasn't shocking to me. It was just another one of those failed transactions from our general manager that needed to happen. We needed the money. It's $10 million. We needed the money. Mm-hmm. We're trying to address a lot of needs now, even though it's 5 years after the fact. But we need the money. It was a move that you was going to do, that you needed to do. It was a reason why I hooped and hollered and fussed about our draft, because I felt that we needed to upgrade from these people. Mm-hmm. So all in all, this was a win for everybody. It's a win for him. He get to choose his team, his city, his state, right? We get to not have to see him no more and had to worry about his money. Mm-hmm. I think overall this is a thing, but I'm not shocked that this happened. And it's a few other names that they're going to be following real soon.
Yeah, I was. He was, him being on the roster last year. It's my soul. It was that shit hurt my nerves. I was like, you got to go. But because the amount of cap space he was taking up, I'm like, yeah, his ass has got to ride. But yeah, but I think that him signing them trading for Michael Brox was a kind of a, what do you call that? That was a homie hookup for the Rams to get them under the cap. And you know, we got a veteran for a year. Yeah, because we didn't get him 2 years. We got him for.
But did we?
We got him for a year. I would say we got him for 2 years. We got him for a year, and that was about it. Because he played not last season, but the first year he actually played. He played a year. He didn't play 2 years. He played a year. Because
he's always been a meh player though. Even when he was with the Rams, he was meh.
Yeah,
he can wield the hammer of Thor though. You know?
Yeah, according to I mean he's a big dude. I mean, but you can have all that size if you're outside on the field. It don't mean nothing. What you got, Mike? What was your reaction to Brockers being released, or the news that he's going to be released? Excuse me.
Is rain wet? I think everybody and their mom knew this guy was getting released. My daughter, who doesn't watch Detroit Lions, knew he was getting released. He knew he was getting released. I mean, it's a foregone conclusion. Saves $10 million. The question will be, maybe he comes back as an assistant defensive line coach. You could see something like that potentially. I think his career is pretty much done. I mean, he couldn't get in playing time, and our defensive line was pretty weak, in all honesty, especially the beginning of the year. I mean, obviously it got better when James Houston got in there, and then Aegis Hutchinson was starting to grow at his position. But yeah, it was a foregone conclusion. Now I got something I want to tell you that you may not know, and I got told this yesterday by someone in the know. Expect that Levi Muzurike could get cut with a money settlement.
I believe that. I brought that up. I brought that up to we talked about that. I think not this last week, but the week prior on Lions on the Prowl on a recording show, and I said that I think it was time for him to release him with an injury settlement because he is just. Wait a minute, we got some feedback. Okay,
I'm sorry, that's me.
Yeah,
that's Luke rifling through his car.
Yeah,
after he had that fusion, I told people he's done. You know, his career is over, and a lot of people's like, "No, it's perfectly fine." I said, "No, I've had a fusion. It is the absolute last resort that you do, and it permanently changes the way you stand and everything. Obviously, it reduces the pain, but for someone his size, that is extremely difficult. So, kind of expect that he'll get released with an injury settlement."
I totally. We talked about that. I said it's time for them to release him with an injury settlement because with that issue, with the issues he's having, and you started having a spinal fusion. I had my L5 and S1 fuse. Had to have my spinal fuse. So it's not a great experience. I mean, it does alleviate pain, but you're gonna have some chronic pain. It's going to be there regardless, and it makes you a little bit taller, but it ain't gonna fix the problem holistically. So and being a collision sport, that's not good for football. You can have a spinal fusion and play golf maybe, but playing football.
And he's 21. I mean, this is young. So
young. So I mean, he may have to get into coaching too. So what you got, Queen? How do you think when Ding Dong Brockers is gone? What was your reaction to that?
For me, it's about damn time, to be honest. I'm like, it was one of those that we were waiting to go.
She going Lizzo on it. She going Lizzo. She went Lizzo on that thing. She went Lizzo on that thing. Okay, I feel you, Queen. Yeah, I feel you. It was about time. It was
what everybody expected. There's more names coming. It
needed to happen. It definitely needed to happen. All right, what you got? Hey man, Maniac Tim is in the building. Co-creator of Lions on the Prowl. What's going on, Maniac Tim?
I just got back. Just picked up my car. But it's time the trash got taken out was Brockers being gone.
Oh, he went trash. Maniac with a hot.
I mean, come on, yo. We can play. We can get somebody from the fans to carry a darn clipboard. We don't need to be paying somebody $10 million to carry a clipboard.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the Maniac has spoken. He said it's a man. Check out I don't know. That's a little rough, brother. But okay, we get you. We get you. Hey, thank you guys for tuning in right here on Detroit Lions of the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. If it's your first time visiting the channel, go ahead and hit the like button, hit subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell so you know when you're getting that fresh right here on Detroit Lions of the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. All right.
Make sure you share the video. Can we get to 50 viewers? I'm gonna make Curt pop, lock, and drop it right here, right now.
You will go to 49 instantly.
So let's see what they're saying. I'm not messing with you guys. I am not messing.
Gannon may like that. But.
Jeffrey Inglesby says Broncos to the XFL or USFL. I think it may be too late for him to sign the XFL. He might have a shot at USFL. Maybe come back play for the Panthers. The USFL, the Michigan Panthers. Maybe see him in purple and gold here in a minute. I don't know. I see him in that, but he need to play somewhere else. Because I'm glad he. His tenure in Detroit was tumultuous, to say the least. Ladies and gentlemen, Michael Hutt, Mr. Reliable, has entered the chat, and he has said, Timmy's here bringing the juice. Okay.
He loves bringing that juice to Mel.
And here we go. The show is derailing. Quickly.
It's right on schedule. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Michael Hutt.
The juice is loose.
Yeah, the juice is absolutely loose. All right. Thank you guys, man. Hey, welcome to the show. Hit the like button. My man, Dr. Detroit's in the building. What's up, Dr. Detroit? Brian Stover's in the house, man. Raw Podcast is in the building. Man, we got some other news that happened kind of late last night, early this morning. Aaron Glenn's going to get a contract extension. Working on finalizing that deal. Do you agree with that? Do you agree with Aaron Glenn getting a contract extension? What do you got, Mike? Mike,
this is really funny. It said Aaron Glenn getting a contract extension. He'll still have opportunities to become a head coach next year. So what does it really change? He gets a pay raise. That's it. It doesn't change anything. Nah. I laughed when I seen that, and I'm like, okay, contract extension. Yeah, you'll give an opportunity next year to become head coach. So what are you really extending? It's just a pay raise.
It's really a pay raise. But some people don't believe he deserves a pay raise.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't affect cap. I could care less. In all honesty, what if it doesn't affect the cap? When it comes to finances for a football team, I don't care. It's not affecting us. Yeah,
I feel you. I know you had some strong feelings about this, and I feel that him getting a contract extension is a direct correlation of what happened with Ben Johnson. So if Ben Johnson gets a raise, Aaron Glenn gets a raise. That's what I think. That's what happened. What you got, Val? Because
that right there pisses me off. Just because Ben Johnson gets a raise, you gotta give Aaron Glenn a raise. Ben Johnson actually did a goddamn thing. Aaron Glenn did not. Look at that damn defense. Okay.
The second half of the season, it improved. I would say holistically
improved, but still, where was it in the rankings, Curt? Where was it in the rankings?
Oh yeah,
we also had talent of ass cheeks.
Yeah,
it was ass cheeks. It was. I mean, you improved diarrhea to constipation. It doesn't really help, okay?
Yeah, kind of like the Bears offense. Yeah. All right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Hey, Tim Boyle gives him a chance.
What a great segue. What a great segue there, Tim. Curt came through it and said, the same way that the
Bears that way. A Bears cap very soon. I'm gonna make sure of that.
Yeah. But I had to come off the top rope right quick. What you got, Luke G? What you think about Aaron Glenn getting really a pay raise or a contract extension?
I think he should have got it. I think he's earned it, and I think that the reality of it is for what he has managed to get out of this group of people is impressive. And I said it before, this defense has been garbage for the last 5 years, right? And it's not his fault. It's not his fault that he didn't have key talented people that can do their job consistently from the beginning to end. So for me, give him his money, because at the end of the day, look what everybody's screaming this year. We got to go defense. We need more defensive players. We need safeties. Everything that I was saying we need to get last year that we could have had, everybody wants it now.
Yeah.
Everybody wants it now. Everybody wants a cornerback now. Everybody wants a safety now. Everybody wants linebackers now. Everybody wants D tackles now.
That was last year, not this year.
That's what I'm saying. But that
don't matter. Who cares? Yeah,
you're right. My bad. But I'm saying, but those were the things that were being said. Mm-hmm. Those were the things that were being said that I look at now, and I'm saying, look, if you guys as a fan base can look up and say that we got to really upgrade the defense, and somehow the defense did enough to hold the Packers to 9 points did enough to help give this team a chance to win games, but we still had to score 30 and 40 points. Pay that man. Pay him.
Yeah, I feel you on that. And for those, and I saw this thing the other day, and I thought about you, Mike, and I thought about you, Val, and you, Luke G. You guys always scream linebackers lives matter. The second highest franchise tag value is linebacker. First is quarterback. Second is linebacker. First quarterback is 32 million. Linebackers at 20 million. So linebackers lives
that franchise tag
matter.
I wonder what Brad Holmes is going to think about that, since he don't like to pay him. So,
I mean, we'll see. All right, Timmy, you up to bat, my brother. What's going on? Do you agree with Aaron Glenn getting a contract extension, or pretty much what Mike said, just an actual pay raise?
Well, you know what? I'm going to hold this judgment until I see what he gets when he actually has some talent to work with. So if the Lions do go defense like they should go, I'm going to leave the window open on this as far as if he deserves it, because when he does get players next year, he better damn well prove that he deserves that pay raise. Prove it.
Okay.
And I'm making a prove it deal on him. Get him players.
A prove it deal on the defensive.
What do the defense got to rank, Tim, for it to be that he's proving it?
Well, it also depends on who they get, is what I'm saying. If they end up getting him a defense to work with,
right? Okay, I feel what you're saying.
So I mean, if they can go up quite a few more points as far as in what they are and being more of a dominant defense, but we gotta see what they do in free agency. We gotta see what they do in the draft, as far as to give him those players that he needs.
Yeah, I think when you dead last, the only direction you can go is up.
Yeah, I know.
I thought that.
Yeah, know where to go with that.
Luke, we somehow can't go down.
we gonna pray it don't happen. We gonna pray it don't happen.
But if he gets a lot of good defensive players, then he needs to go up a lot, is what I'm saying.
I feel you on that.
Yeah, if he only gets like a couple scrubs, then you can't expect him to go up a lot.
I feel you. All right, we hit the chat, man. Shaman says, "I'm not bothered by Glenn. I'm just glad Wash is going." It's actually Wash with a no L.
Yeah, I don't know where the Walsh comes from.
It's Wash, but I feel you what you're saying, Shaman. Yeah, it's just Wash. Yeah, like the wash rag or wash your car. Or wash your ass.
Smell my finger.
That's right, Luke. Give that man his fucking just for
well, maybe he was the reason why the defense stank, because he didn't wash anything.
Maybe.
This sucks, man, because he looks exactly like Mark Oram, my buddy there. So
he does look like Orange.
They look exactly the same.
Yeah, they are doppelgangers. Yeah. Rob Podcast says they want to use all draft capital on defense. Like we don't need. I don't think that's. I think the most important areas need to be addressed on defense. I think we need to address get an offensive guard. I don't think that's the number one priority, but I think that's the number one priority in this draft is defense, and then you address that in the earlier rounds, and then you can get those in the late rounds. You can get yourself an offensive guard. You can get yourself some other things, but the priority needs to be defense. Broad podcast.
And hey, look, rumor has it, and it's a true rumor. Again, someone with the know, the Lions are scouting quarterbacks harder than ever this year.
You have to
absolutely scouting them, and it would be This is what it's told. It'd be an absolute shock that if they did not draft a quarterback. It'd be an absolute shock.
It makes the most sense.
Mid rounds. I think they get one in the mid rounds.
Later rounds,
I don't. I think if they can't trade that pick at 6, they're taking a quarterback, because y'all got to understand that Jared Goff has this year and 2024, and if you release him next year, you get like 26, almost $30 million in freed up money. It would be dumb of you to not take a quarterback and wait till the 3rd round or day 3 when you have a chance to get a quarterback now. And on top of it, you have to look at it like this. If you do take a quarterback in the 3rd round, the next question needs to be, are you prepared to give a 4-year contract extension to Jared Goff? I'm not.
I think the Lions are. I think the Lions.
Well,
are.
then my case to get the general manager grows bigger.
You know what I think it's really going to stem from is what does Daniel Jones get? If this guy gets $45 million, we're effed. Yep. Okay.
And the
that's going to be a big deal because this guy is demanding a ton of money, and if he gets a big contract, a guy who's mediocre at best, you know Jared Goff's going to ask for an S ton when he does.
But you look at men lie, women lie, numbers don't. Look at we just looked at where Jared Goff ranked in the QB, the final QB
I'm fine
quarterback
with
rankings.
I am fine.
So the guy was in the top 10 in most passing categories, man. Actually, top 5 in a lot of them. So if he repeats that, what can you say?
I'm perfectly I'm fine with Goff, but Luke does make a good point that it's all about money too. Like it's could you pay Goff $55 million? If Daniel Jones gets $45 million, holy F, that's a ton.
The salary cap is going to keep going up. And
what quarterback is worth the first pick?
In this
I'm not saying to get a guy
the 6th overall pick
or going early on. I'm not saying that at all.
Pick that.
No. I'm saying that if you are not able to trade the 6th overall pick, which is really what I want to do, I want to trade out of that position. If you are not able to trade the 6th overall pick, I'm drafting a quarterback there.
Not in that position.
Just hear me out. Let me ask you this. Do you believe that the Lions will be picking in the top 5, top 10 next year?
They could.
I don't.
But do you believe it though? Do your heart tell you that?
Because actually they weren't picking that this year. That's the Rams.
I know, but that's my point. So if they wasn't picking that this year, right? Mm-hmm. And chances is they're not going to pick that next year. And this year you have a chance to get one of these supposed more, higher end quarterbacks. Even if you don't start him this year, because we didn't have a problem not starting people last year. We left a receiver sitting his dad's there for a long time, right? If you don't start him this year, look what's happening over there with the 49ers. You got people calling them about, hey, what you going to do with Trey Lance? Hey, what you going to do with Jimmy Garoppolo?
Okay, right? What quarterback worth the number 1 pick for the Lions? What quarterback? I'm asking that. What quarterback?
I personally would take Hendon Hooker.
I would take him at 1. You can get him in the 4th round. And save yourself some money. What are you talking about?
With the ACL injury now, I wouldn't take him at 6.
No, you can get him in the 4th round.
So hold on. So we got problems taking the quarterback with injury, but we don't have problem taking receivers 12th overall.
Well, I have no problem getting Hendon Hooker. I just think he'll fall the third round.
He'll fall.
He's at.
I don't think anyone hit. I don't think.
No, but here's the thing. I don't think
Hendon Hooker in the 3rd round. I love it.
I don't think Hendon Hooker is going to fall as far as people think. I think people think he's going to fall to like the 3rd round. I don't think he's going to make it that far.
There's too many teams. 3rd tops.
There's too many. Listen, they projected a lot of stuff every year, and it's wrong. There's too many teams who need quarterbacks.
Going to.
No, okay, listen. To me, the person that I think fits what Brad Holmes likes about quarterbacks is Levis. I think he fits it. But if it was me, if it was me,
throw up if that happens. I'm gonna
if it was me, I would take Hendon Hooker at 6. I would have my quarterback of the future. He ain't got to play this first year. That's great. Next year, hell, if Jared Goff wants to sit here and talk crazy, then hey, you played this last year of your deal. You don't. We trade you, and it's all the same, and we move forward. But what you cannot do is play this game of waiting to get talent later that you think is going to be there later when it's no guarantee it's going to be there. And you got to ask yourself, let's say, for example, if Hendon Hooker gets took it in the 2nd round, who are these other quarterbacks you're going to take? Because a lot of teams need quarterbacks this year, and a lot of teams are trying to move on from their old quarterbacks with bad deals. And unfortunately, if you're stuck there at 6 and Jalen Carter's not on the board, who in the hell are you drafting at 6?
You know who I'm drafting? I'm going to.
Who's that?
Michigan kicker.
Well, hey,
Not Moody.
I'm just saying.
Jake Moody at 6.
Moody at 6. Are you out your damn?
Yeah,
I'm joking. Come on.
He's fine. Hey, guys, thank you guys.
Mike
I'm straight up to number 1 for Jake Moody, right there, man.
Thank you.
Talk about
you guys for checking us out.
I'll just be a troll, man, and really make
We
people laugh.
Malik Willis here again, apparently.
Hold on. Yeah, hey, let me thank everybody for joining us right here in Detroit Lions of the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Check us out on Lions Nation Unite. You see the logo in the background. Go ahead, check us out over there. They help us bring you this content. Herman Moore, those guys over there. Mike's over there as well. All your favorite Detroit Lions content creators are over there on Lions Nation Unite. You can download the app in the Google, Android, or Apple App Store, or you can just type in LionsNationUnite.com in the web browser. And while you're over there, check out LNUshop.com. Hey, like the video and share the video, comment on the video, share the channel, man. Help us get this content in front of more Lions fans. You see, we get off the hook on Friday, so this keep it right here. All right, so there was a proposed trade by PFF, and I want to know will any of you guys bite on this trade. All right, here's the trade. The trade is a proposed trade is trade pick 18 and a 2024 fourth round pick for wide receiver T. Higgins over there in Cincinnati. Would you make that trade? Mike, I hit you up first. Would you make that trade?
No, and it's not going to happen here. And the reason why is you got wide receivers you're eventually going to have to pay an Amon-Ra, St. Brown, as well as Jameson Williams. So you're not going to trade the 18th pick and pay because he's going to have to get a giant payday too. It's not just trading for him. And then you can't keep 3 wide receivers at big paydays. No, it's not going to happen there. Look, I'm sitting at 18. This is what I'm looking at. The best defensive player available, potentially Osiris Torrance, something like that. I don't need a wide receiver at that spot. I really, really don't. If you're trying to upgrade the wide receiver position because you feel DJ Chark may leave in free agency, you can find a good, big body wide receiver in the 5th or 6th round. That's really it there. But we have major needs defensively. We actually have a need at guard. Okay, so wide receiver is not a need. It's not a need. It's a want. So I'm looking to address some of these needs.
Okay, I got what you said. Queen, what you got?
Whoever came up with that idea needs to turn in their football card immediately and shut the fuck up and never speak again because it's the dumbest idea in the fucking world. You already got your Brokeback Mountain wide receiver last year, JMO, who's going to supposedly rock the world this year. So what the hell do we need a wide receiver for?
Okay.
Just for draft picks and we're trading away our own draft picks when we need so much more? Boy, get out of here. No.
Okay, no. I got you. What you got, Timmy?
Oh, hell no. I mean, are you sure Matt Millen didn't go ahead and put that trade into effect? That sounds like Matt Millen would do.
Millen showed up in the chat. Okay, no.
Oh, my goodness.
Come on. We got enough receivers. It's good to have great receivers. Man, we have so many other needs. We have so many rather than just adding receivers. No. Out of it.
Okay, Uncle Timmy challenging his inner black woman. Luke G, what you got, man?
He's gonna say absolutely yes, we are.
He said, "Oh hell no." Luke, what you got, man? What you?
Hey, Curt, get the censor button ready. You finna do a lot of beep, 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 beep. Okay, just put you on notice right now. This is exactly why Pro Football Focus is a pile of hot poop. Okay, I'm trying my best to censor myself. Okay, it's a pile of hot poop. It's exactly why. Not only does this trade not make sense, it just lets you know that they don't really follow these teams like they think they are. So when y'all see all these grades and y'all want to keep hitting us up, us people who are really out here trying to get to the bottom of this stuff, where trying to do real journalism and stuff like that, I want you to keep in mind that they just offered you to give up a 1st round pick, 18th overall, and a 4th for a guy on the last year of his deal who's not better than DeAndre Hopkins, who you could probably just get for the damn 18th pick if you really want to do it. He was traded for a 2nd. Surely you can get him for probably less than that. Nope, they didn't come up with that game plan. Absolutely not. What they decided to do was say, you know what, y'all need another receiver because DJ Chark was such a loss. Here's the thing, we could just re-sign DJ, right? Oh, wait. Didn't we draft a guy in the name Jameis Williams? Yeah, you still got Amon-Ra St. Brown. You re-signed Josh Reynolds. You still have Quintez
receiver room
Cephas.
is full as shit. Well, we need another wide receiver room.
There's no reason to make any trade like this. It's redundant. And to the people who live and die by Pro Football Focus, no, I'm not gonna use that word. I'm gonna say something different. Hold my Bible, because I'm trying to be different today. And the reality is that not only was that trade stupid, the trade was a slap in the face to the Lions fan base. It was a slap in the face to any person who think they know sports. And it was a revealing point to show you that Pro Football Focus just needs you guys to get excited and riled up. No. That's about as stupid of a trade as it is to trade for Jalen Ramsey. I don't get why everybody is just looking for names.
Yeah, I feel you on that. I like to pat myself on the back on this one, because I put this topic in there just to rile people up. I already knew it was to come piss people off today. I wanted to have a fun conversation. Excuse me for to have fun on a Friday. But yeah,
I know. Question this morning, I was like,
myself. I was like, I'm poking the bear. I'm poking the bear on this one. Yeah, this trade makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. And T. Higgins could go somewhere else and be a number one because he has a number one tap. We have our number one receiver. We already got that guy, so we're not looking for T. Higgins. We're not checking for him right now, and I wouldn't give up that much draft capital for him at all. So yeah,
but Curt, forget the draft capital. If T. Higgins was about that life, like how they're trying to make him out to be, how Pro Football Focus trying to make him out to be, a guy who played 3 seasons and his career stats are still close to a guy who only played 2 in Amon-Ra St. Brown. If he was as fire as he said, they wouldn't have went out and got Jamar Chase. They wouldn't be talking about trying to trade him. They wouldn't be trying to, they'd be trying to re-sign the dude if they could for a fair deal. But no, they're going to make this suggestion because that writer is a Cincinnati Bengals fan who knows that if he can convince enough people about writing this stuff, his team can now get some capital if they're dumb. But
it's content marketing. He's trying to get enough people to read his content and to see if that's what it was.
Then he should be Michael intelligent.
Huck says clickbait, definitely clickbait.
Master clickbaiters.
Yeah, sometimes you're going to see that. I mean, you're going to see that people. I mean, it's. That trade for Detroit makes no sense whatsoever. Yeah, definitely does not. All right, so let's get into what you had to say, man, because they was in this thing cutting up. My man Dan Spano says hail to the no. Hell no from Samoa. Hell no from Mr. Reliable Michael Huck. All right, Tornado says, great seeing Val, Curt, and the rest of the team. Thank you for the fun conversation. We appreciate you right here. Another hell no for me right here. Bijan at 18. Nope, I'm not taking Bijan.
No.
I'm not. No. All right.
So everybody wanted running back. Everybody wanted running backs, and they scalded the Lions for taking one and DeAndre Swift, and not everybody want a running back now. Like I don't understand what's going on.
I want a running back, but I don't want Bijan.
I'm telling you right now, it is possible they can. I'm not saying it's going to happen, but I do think it's a legitimate option at 18 because Brad Holmes he goes BPA, and what he did with Jamison Williams was he took a chance there, and if he falls there's a possibility that could happen. In all honesty, I'm not saying
know what?
It
I can't wait to see how it's going to be spent because I'm telling you right now. I believe that if they are stuck at 16, they're taking a quarterback, and when they take that quarterback and they come back at 18 and take a running back, I'm gonna wait to see all our major people in this Lions Den sphere try to act like we just hit a home run draft again. I'm keep trying to explain to people that the goal is to trade back and get it, but I'm just telling people that. You have 5 years of a bad defense. You want to go top-heavy defense with those first 4 to 5 picks.
I believe that as well. Okay, Tornado said we need a backup kicker in the 6 or free 8. No, we need a kicker, not backup. We need the guy we got is a backup.
Trade up the one for a kicker.
Yeah, we need.
That's just not that bad, though. Come on, man.
Yeah, he wasn't that bad.
Yeah, wait a minute. We got one more. I can't let this one go. I love holding Bibles, Luke.
Hey, I was trying to keep it clean. I was trying my best.
Oh my Bible. Okay. All right. So I know I'm starting shit today. You're gonna call me the shit starter because the next question is the shit starter question. What do you give me your thoughts
seen this, I said,
on the lies potentially driving Anthony Richardson? That was the Daniel Jeremiah mocked him at number 6, Anthony Richardson to the Detroit Lions. What do you guys think about the Lions drafting at 6?
If they do that, every Lions fan needs to turn in their freaking season tickets and say, fuck this team for fucking ever.
I've had this discussion on Twitter, and I'm looking at Anthony Richardson. I'm not saying the kid doesn't have some skills or some raw talent. But for me, it's the same thing we went through last year. It's Malik Willis argument 2.0 because I'm like, what the guy had a 53.8% completion percentage last year. 53.8% completion percentage. They talk about all of the downfield passes that he can throw, but he can't throw a slant. He can't throw it out. So what are we talking about here? What are we talking about? What are we talking about here? I mean, Anthony, I'm not saying the kid ain't got talent. He got some skills. He's a project quarterback. But yeah, what do you think, Luke G, of drafting Anthony Richardson at 6?
I think that you're wrong and that you were being unfair to Malik Willis because at least Malik Willis was accurate. This dude ain't even close. I'm sorry.
I had to apologize to Malik Willis.
You got to apologize to Malik. Like listen. I talked about this yesterday, and I made it very known to people. I said I've watched so many games to make sense of this, and I know everybody wants a mobile quarterback. I get it. Like you seen what happened with the Eagles and Jalen Hurts, and everybody sees what happened with these mobile quarterbacks. But the guy who won it was the guy who didn't really run. I'm just putting it out there. He can run.
He can run. We talked about this, but the biggest play of the game was what? His run, the run he had. That was the biggest play of the game.
No, that wasn't the biggest play of the game, in my opinion. I think it was considered the biggest play of the game because people thought his ankle was really busted. That's what they thought.
That was the big play where it put them into relation to how the game ended. The biggest play of the game was when that idiot decided to hold him for no damn reason. That was the biggest play. Oh, you talking
because
the corner?
The cornerback he grabbed him. He didn't have to, and it was that was the biggest play. And it was a play before that was bigger. That went in my opinion unchecked. Was the delay of game that they ended up picking up like the 3rd or 14th. Those were 2 of the more bigger plays in my opinion. But I'm just saying. Yeah, in reality. In reality, with Anthony Richards and Anthony Richards' point I'm trying to make when I said that is everybody falls in love with that guy. They fall in love with the guy who can run and scramble around. But I'm telling you, I watched this dude. I seen him make some passes, and I went, "Wow, that's elite." And not even a play later, I went, "Wow, who's he throwing to?" like I've never been so up and down with watching the player, and everybody falls in love with the guy, and I'm like, okay, he can run. I don't care. If you would have to redraft your entire offensive line to work with this dude because he will take off first. He will take off first, and like I said, when he's throwing, it's certain routes that I'm just like. I put it this way. I get what they're doing. They're trying to figure this out. They're trying to mock some things, but he's not it. Quarterback at 6 makes sense. Anthony Richardson at 6 don't make sense. I'm tired of this idea of getting project and hurt players, but since y'all seem to love it, I'll get on board. Just take Malik Hooker at 6 and call it a done deal if you're going to do this.
We'll go back redraft last year. Okay, what you got, Mike Kimber? What you got, man?
This is an interesting one. The Anthony Richardson case here. He's raw as hell, but he does have a high ceiling. But he also has a floor that will get you fired. He's one of these guys that he can make you or he can break you. So they're saying to pick 18. I don't actually believe he's going to be there. I think a team like the Panthers will draft him. I think he's going to be a top, even though he may not be, you know, in your eyes or anybody else's eyes, he may be a top 10
Panthers
draft
are going to
pick.
draft who at 18, Mike?
What's that?
I missed. Who are they?
I don't think I don't think he's going to be available at pick 18. I think there's so many teams.
I missed it. I was in the middle of
Richardson.
Oh,
Richardson. I think there's so many teams that need a quarterback right now, and like they must get one. And with the pressure from their owner as well as GM, I think he'll probably be a top 10 pick. Look, it's difficult because I don't know how he's going to be as a player. If he sits behind a good quarterback and for a couple years, he may be great in a couple years, but he may suck. He may be a bust. It's one of those things. I don't think the Lions are going to draft him. Personally, I don't see that. I think Daniel Jeremiah is a little bit of cracked on there, but the Lions have shown interest in him, have scouted him. I don't see the Lions doing that. I don't.
But Mike, keep in mind, we know that was one of the players that they sent a lot of scouts to and stuff like that to get information on, right? And you just said that you know that they're scouting quarterbacks heavily, right? We know that they're doing these things, right? So with that information being in hand, I understand why Daniel Jeremiah would come out and make this statement. The issue that I have is what would make this guy who's a project be more miles ahead of a CJ Stroud or a Levis or any other quarterback? Like, what would make you say take him at 6? And that's to me where you can just look at it and say it's a mock. But Anthony Richardson, I can't. I can't. It's
honestly
scary.
Take Malik Hooker probably over Richardson, even though he's got the injury and he's a little bit older, but he's kind of better fundamentally. How he throws the football and his decision making, and then you could probably get him in later in the draft. You know, you don't have to spend a number 6 overall pick or a number 18 overall pick, in my opinion, on him. But you're 100% right though. They're scouting quarterbacks hard, and you're gonna probably hear that name more times before the draft.
Miss Dan Spano says Richardson scares me more than Val talking about JMO. Oh,
listen. Sometimes the truth is scary. I'm sorry.
Dan Spanos is on a roll right now. He said, "Is it illegal to pay a hooker in Michigan?"
Wow.
Dan Spanos is on one.
I just think Hendon Hooker is the most pro-ready quarterback that I've seen.
I believe.
Like, I think he's more pro-ready than Bryce Young. I think he's more pro-ready than CJ Stroud. And if I'm a team that don't need a quarterback to play immediately, I'm telling you, I don't think he makes it to the second to third round. He may make it to the second round, maybe. But you know, look, the Lions somehow people thought that Jameson Williams was going to fall, and it was a lot of people who came out and said that, look, had he not been taken there, he was going to be taken in the first round regardless. So, just saying.
All right, so we're moving on to the next question. All right, is there a free agent quarterback you think Detroit should sign this year? Got some big names, kind of, you know, got some good names out there. You got Jamel Dean. You got what's the guy, Luke? You profiled a guy out there in Arizona, Murphy.
Byron Murphy.
Is out of those guys, out of the free agent cornerbacks that's available, which one would you think Detroit should sign?
I think we need to bring home Sean Murphy Buttons. Let's start there. You got Aiden here, Aiden from Michigan. Bring another Michigan boy home, right? And let him show out in front of his people. And it's not going to cost you as much as it would be. You know, obviously I want Byron Murphy. I think Byron Murphy is legitimately a good player, which is why I feel more comfortable going after him or going after Sean Murphy Buttons than to trade for one of the other people. But outside of that, it had to start there for me. Sean Murphy Buttons is who I'm looking at most likely.
Okay. All right. I got you. All right. What you got, Mike? Anybody?
Tease Tabor. Bring him back to the
Man,
Lions. He's one of the greatest players of all time.
Mike really been
You can have him. He's on the Bears practice squad, so go ahead.
Always
Look,
that
man,
one guy.
We got to poach that talent over there in Chicago. Bring back some of these.
Always that one.
Don't do shot like that. Chicago doing their best to survive right now. You know what I mean?
Hey, look, man, they're the first pick in the draft, man. So they're doing something right.
You can have Blower Boyle back and
make Boyle
back.
Right, go from quarterback to cornerback. Have Tim Boyle back.
We'll make a trade. You can take Boyle and Tabor, and we'll take for.
No, rejected.
Yeah.
Okay. Byron Murphy, I think, would be a really good cornerback for the Lions to get on a cheaper deal. I think he's got a lot of potential. Throughout his career, he wasn't injured except for last year. I think he could be a solid option if they want to go the cheap route. But Jamel Dean seems like a target the Lions probably may pursue of all the cornerbacks there. He's 26 years old. It's going to cost you a little bit of money, but it's going
to cost you a lot of money.
Yeah, it's $16.5 million a year. Mm-hmm. If they do that, though, that spells the ends of Jeffrey Okudah after the season. But I think they legitimately could do the one splash, and it would be Jamel Dean.
Okay.
Well, Lions did sign a cornerback yesterday, didn't they?
Man, yeah, he's a 53 guy.
Yeah, he's a 90. He's a 90.
90. Yeah.
He gonna be he a camp dude. He ain't gonna.
I didn't know shit about him.
Yeah,
he's here on a tryout basis. They gonna literally get him in there, make him run a 40, do some push-ups and some pull-ups, and then say, you know what? We didn't think we were gonna be able to upgrade this, but we did. He gonna be cut. I bet you he won't make it to camp. I guarantee he won't make it to camp. I can feel it in my soul.
I hope he doesn't turn into what's his face from last year that kept coming back for no damn reason. What was his name again? Shit. I can't think of the guy's name.
Chicago.
CJ Moore.
It wasn't CJ Moore. It was.
I like CJ Moore on special teams. I like CJ Moore.
We signed him in camp.
He gotta go.
We signed him for camp, and then we got rid of him, and then we brought him back again.
It was CJ Moore.
It wasn't CJ Moore. It was somebody else.
What
but
you
anyway,
got for corner?
I forget.
Do you have a free agent cornerback you would sign, Val?
Hell no. Y'all know the cornerback I want. I want. Underlay, Speedy Gonzalez. Fuck that shit. Yeah, that's what I want.
She wants Gonzalez out of Oregon. That's what she wants. All right, Tim, what you got, man? Anybody that you look at free agent corners?
None other than what the guys you have mentioned.
Mm-hmm. Okay, I like
Dean scare me.
I like Sutton. I like Sutton a little bit as well. I think he'll go back to Pittsburgh on a team-friendly deal, though. But I like Murphy if we can come in and get that. He scares me because of his injury history, coming off that quadricep injury. But I mean, we'll see. But there's a lot of guys that's going to be out there. That the market's going to be, they can be saturated with corners, but there's going to be a good amount of corners that you probably can sign at free agency. So we'll see. And there's going to be America for trade. I know everyone's doing the thing. Oh, let's bring Ramsey to the Lions. I'm like, I don't know about that one, but okay. But there's going to be some movement. I think it's going to be. We need to upgrade the secondary. We got to upgrade our cornerback room, man. It needs to be upgraded. So either via the draft, free agency, trade, something got to have going on with that cornerback room because it ain't what's that? What they say? That ain't it. Our cornerback rooms, that is not it whatsoever. Hey, thank you guys for checking us out right here in Detroit Lions on the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news rumors. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, baby. Make sure you follow us on your favorite social media platforms. Go over to DetroitLionsOnTheProwl.com and check us out over there, man. Check out my man Maniac Tim over there on Facebook on Maniac Sports, man. He got something going on over there. Check out Tim. He can give the great rants, man. It's always entertaining over there on Maniac Sports, man. And make sure you check out my man Mike Kimber over there at Chat Sports. He does his thing. Over at LNU, he writes articles. He does everything. He changes your oil. He'll wash your car. He'll do all the other good stuff over there on LNU, man. Mike Kimber does it all. Check out my man Luke G and Luke G's film review, man. He does great film breakdown, player breakdown, and he just has some great content over there on his YouTube channel. All right, so let's get into this last question before we know of the day. Combines next week. What position groups are you watching at the Combine next week? What you got, Maniac Tim? What position groups are you watching for at the NFL Combine next week?
Well, definitely cornerbacks. And also linebackers, because those are the two strongest that I think we need.
All right, cornerback and linebacker. All right, what you got, Val?
Okay, the person I was thinking of, I looked it up. The person I answered this first of all. The person I was looking up or not thinking of was Trinity Benson. That's who I was thinking of. Okay. Yeah. So, I'm watching them all. Everything on defense. Everything on defense. Everything on defense.
Is watching every defensive position in the underwear Olympics next week. All right, Mike, what you got, man?
Long snapper.
Are you
looking at the long snappers? Really need to upgrade that position since our guy's a free agent. Maybe take one early. No. Rich Eisen's 40-yard run. That's always fun to watch. But
the charity
cornerback
for St. Jude's.
Yeah. Cornerbacks and quarterbacks. I want to see some quarterbacks play really well because, look, if they do and they push it down, maybe someone want to trade at 6. Come on, man. I want these quarterbacks to do good so we can trade out of 6. We need them all to be pros.
We need them all to be great, have a great combine. What you got, Luke G?
I think everybody had great options and stuff, but I think they didn't look at the right spot. It had to start up the middle, and for me, I'm looking at the guards. To me, the combine, watching you throw balls at people when ain't nobody coming at you, yay, right? Like, I don't care, but that guard, I want to see how these guards are blocking. I want to see who's showing fluid like movement when they're doing certain drills as a guard. I want to see safeties. I want to see how you're coming in and out of those cuts and reacting to the ball and you're turning and stuff like that. Them are the two people. We still have a lot of the same problems, but them are the two positions that I got my eyes on the most is guard, because that guy from TCU, Avila, that's my guy. I am team Avila right now.
Okay. Yeah, I would definitely say interior offensive lineman for me. Corner, I always watch the cornerbacks because that's probably my favorite position on the field. That's the toughest position to play. I played a little corner way a little bit back in the day. So that's
no. Keep going. You need more, like 3 more ways. 3 more ways.
Yeah. It's way back. Way back. Way back. But you look at definitely linebacker. I want to see how those guys and the interior defensive lineman as well. Strength. I always check out the bench press what I can get it. Always the 40 times. Definitely for the skill position players. And here's the thing. I think if more players pushed, I think what may happen is that the combine may lose some of its value, especially at the quarterback position, because you have less and less big names out there throwing, and they wait till their pro day or the regional pro day. That's going to take your viewership down. So, everybody wants to see guys throw. I think it's absolutely stupid. Like Luke G, like that throwing at the combine and pro day means absolutely nothing.
Hey, it did good for the Jets to get Zach Wilson.
Yeah, let's see where
that guy. I got one more quick interesting question before we end this tonight. But who do you predict will be the pajama warrior underdog that rises up out of the ashes?
That's a good one, because last year is my guy here at Fayetteville State University, Josh Williams, that got drafted by the Chiefs last year. HBCU guy, long corner. Actually really stood out. Who's going to be the pajama warrior? Probably Anthony Richardson. If you see all the videos he's posting of him throwing all this stuff, yeah, he's going to be the pajama warrior. That's what I think. What you got, Luke G? Who's going to be your pajama warrior this week coming up?
Whoever come from Michigan, because I guarantee they're gonna be hyped up beyond belief. I'm so sick of it.
There goes the
I'm so sick of it. I am. Listen, I got over like 20 messages about, oh, we got to take this Maggie Smith. Take Maggie Smith. Then I go and watch this tape real close on Maggie Smith, and I'm like, the man don't pass the line of scrimmage. What are we talking about here? Like, seriously. So again, I'm just saying, like, you know, and a quick sidebar, you know, or unpopular opinion. I don't believe that Zach Wilson is a lost cause. In fact, if I was the Lions, I would try to trade for him because I don't think he's a lost cause. I think the Jets have no clue what to do with him.
Look, man, I don't want to lose Jared Goff's wife or
yeah, we don't want the MILF hunter to come into the track.
Thank you. I want MILF hunter. Come on, man. I need my MILF hunter, man. I'm at cougar level. I need my MILF hunter guy.
Yeah.
Shame on you. Shame on you, Vale. Shame on you.
All right, man. Thank you guys for watching. That's right here, Detroit Lions, and I'm proud. Yo, home for Detroit Lions news and rumors, man. You can get yourself some Lions gear. They got a 75% off sale going on right now at Fanatics.com. Links in the description below. Purchases from that link. Go to help us go to content right here on this channel. Thank you guys for checking us out, man. We got some more people in the house, man. Cap Ice Cole is in the building. K Sports Live is in the building.
Charles Davis.
Thank you guys for checking us out right here in Detroit Lions and the Prowl, man. We really appreciate it, man. Now it's time for final thoughts for today's show, man, because we got enough time to everybody get their good stuff in here today, man, because we know he gonna step to the pulpit and rock that thing today. So, Mike, man, Mike Kimber, what you got? Final thoughts for today's show.
Hey, appreciate coming on, talking some Detroit Lions football, and we're about to have some action here soon. I love free agency. I love the NFL Combine. You know, as content creators, it's boring consistently just doing rumors or what the hell. I'm ready for the real thing. So it's about to be here. We get the real thing, and then we can focus on the draft and get ready for a 2023 NFL season where the Lions should win the NFC North.
I'll feel you on that one, brother. All right, Maniac Tim, man, what you got? What is your final thoughts for today's show, my guy?
Okay, well, right now, as far as for promotions, I'm promoting a 20-game regular season. That's what I want to see in the NFL.
A 20-game
regular
God
season.
Damn.
Two more teams in playoff. You know, in each NFC and AFC.
So every game they play is gonna matter. So 20 games,
20 games
off the rip. So he gonna take the 3 preseason games we play now, add them to the regular season, and that's it. All 20.
Tim gonna literally turn us to the NBA where we gonna have players sitting out to my load management.
Load management.
Gonna happen.
We're going straight load management. Yeah. But thank you.
And in a 32-game league, you ought to at least be able to have, 10 players per each, or 10 teams make the playoffs each conference.
Okay.
Oh man.
Jesus.
Mike, I want more football. Man, that matters.
Tim about to turn this into an all-year-long sport.
Man, football gonna start in July and end at Christmas, man. Okay, Tim. Hey, man, speak your truth, baby. Speak your truth. What you got for the final thoughts for today's show, Val?
I'm so glad we get to talk more about football because we always hate that lull, in the middle of waiting for stuff to come. So we got a lot of stuff coming up for y'all. So thanks for hanging out with us, and thanks for being a part of the Proud Nation family. We love you all.
Definitely, we definitely appreciate it, man. For me, definitely start my final class, my master's program on Monday. So and I graduate in May, so I'm grinding it out, man. So everyone that wished me well and thank me, congratulations, thank you all over there on Facebook, man. I really appreciate that. But I love talking Lions football. I love these shows, man. Free for All Friday. I poke the bear sometimes just because I want to hear what this ragamuffin bunch will say when I bring up some of these topics, because I know it's going to be liquid gold when we put that thing out there in the universe. But thank you guys for checking us out right here in Detroit Lions and the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lions news and rumors. Like Val said, Combine's next week, so hang out with us, man. And, we're going to rock some Combine.
We're going to have the Proud Nation draft, mock draft again. We're going to have a Combine. Yeah. We're going to have draft talk. We're going to have a whole lot of stuff going on.
Yeah. So
and Curt in a Bears cap.
Yep, at least you'll get me one time. Yeah, definitely. I will pay my bet. I will pay my debt to the bet. So now it is time for the illustrious Reverend Bishop Deacon Dr. Love. Luke G, step to the pulpit, man, and give us your final thoughts for today's show.
Hey, salute to everybody for coming and showing love, man. If you ain't hit that like and subscribe button, shame on you. All right. Now, really, today's positive quote comes from me. It's time to get your throwing arm stronger. I'm gonna say that again. It's time to get your throwing arm stronger. All that doubt, toss that to the sea. All that fear, put that in the grass, in the trash. Toss that to the garbage. All that what else and what nots and I could have and the regret. Toss all that to the wind, because today is the day that you start to get out your own way. Today is the day that you start to realize that you don't need to hold on to these things. You see, we was holding on to them because we thought that just in case we can have it, in case we need to break the alarm. But you don't need those negative thoughts. You don't need those negative moments. There's some friends you got that need to be tossed to the wind. Get rid of them. There's some jobs you have that need to get tossed and moved on from. Get rid of it. Whatever it is that's standing in the way of you becoming the best version of you, toss it out. If it's something that's not meant to empower you or better you in some form of way, get rid of it and toss it to the ocean. Just get rid of all of this negative energy. You see, I realized something while I was out on my little hiatus trying to get my mental together. I realized that I was holding on to too many things. And as I held on to it, I noticed that my fast walk became slower and slower and slower. And little did I know, as I started to drop off people who I thought were friends, I started moving faster. As I started to drop off my worries, I started to move a little bit more faster. When I started to drop off all the regrets and all the doubts and all the fears, I began to jog. And by the time I looked up, the run was in full sprint, and the marathon that I was always in seemed like it was getting a little bit closer, because whether you know it or not, you can do the best things of yourself as long as you are willing to push yourself and cast away all things that don't make you great. With that being said, ladies and gentlemen, hit that like, subscribe, notification bell, and if you don't do nothing else, don't be no chump. Please do your research.
Thank you guys for joining us right here in Detroit Lives and the Prowl, your home for Detroit Lives news and rumors. The doors of the church are open. Go forth and enjoy your weekend. And do me one favor, whatever you do in life, you got to boss up, ball out, and be the best version of you that you can be. For the panel, this is Curt Steele, and we will holler at you real soon. We love you, Jim.
Use my strong hand.